everyone, welcome back to La Petite Cartoon channel. Halloween is coming soon, and I think many of you are looking for some inspiration to make Halloween costume for your little ones. In this video, I'm going to show you how I made the vampire dress for my daughter. So let's get started. To make this vampire dress, I used the princess dress sewing patterns by La Petite Cartoon. And you can find the links to the pattern in the description box below. And this is the list of the materials that I use. I'm going to start by making the main bodice. I chose the corset front design. For this dress, I'm gonna add a little detail by cutting the tulle fabric and sew it on top of the main cotton fabric. I add extra tulle fabric only on the side pieces of the front corset. I used red cotton fabric to cut the middle piece of the corset. Next, I'm going to make loops for the ribbon corset because I want to style the dress to be more sophisticated. I cut the cotton fabric following this dimension. I need to make 8 loops in total because I want to add 4 loops on each side of the corset. You can make more or less, depends on your personal design preferences. After getting 2 pieces of these straps, I'm going to cut the excess fabric. And then turn the right side out by using a loop turner. I press these 2 straps with iron and then measure and cut them in 8 pieces. Each piece will be about 5 cm long. I fold each loop in half. Then I'm going to pin them on the edges of the front piece of the corset. And sew them about 8 mm to attach. This is how it looks. And these are the distances between each loop. You can adjust the distances, depends on your personal preferences. Then I'm going to finish sewing the front bodice. Facing the right sides of the fabric together. Pin them in place. Repeat the same on another side. Then sew to attach. After that, I'm going to press the seams to the side of the bodice piece, like this. And top stitch about 1 millimeter. Then I cut the fabric following the back piece pattern and sew front and back pieces together only on the shoulder. To make the lining for the bodice, I cut the cotton fabric following the patterns. Pin the front and the back pieces together only on the shoulders. And sew to attach. Next, I'm going to sew the main bodice and the lining bodice together by pinning them right sides of the fabric facing together and sew only on the neckline. Then I made small snips on the seam allowances of the curve. Be careful not to cut through the stitching line. And turn the right side out. Now I'm gonna take the side seams of the back piece and the front piece of the main bodice. Pin them on the wrong sides and right sides facing together. And repeat the same steps on another side of the side seams. Then pin the side seams of the front lining piece and the back lining piece together. And again repeat the same step on another side. Now sew every seam to attach. When the top bodice is done, now I'm going to make the sleeves. For this vampire dress, I also add an extra tulle fabric on top of the main sleeve. So there are going to be 2 layers of the main sleeves. Sew them to attach and gather the top and the bottom of the sleeve. Then cut the arm of the sleeves following the pattern. And then take the puff sleeve, adjust the gathering a little bit and pin the bottom of the puff sleeves to the top of the arm on the wrong side and right side facing together. And sew on the wrong side to attach. After sewing the puff to the sleeve, then fold the sleeve in half and then sew the side seams of the sleeve. Turn the right side out and you can see a little detail that I add here with the tulle fabric. To make the lining sleeves, I also do the same as the main sleeve, but without tulle fabric. For the puff, I chose black cotton fabric, and for the sleeve, I chose red cotton fabric. Pin them together on the wrong side, right sides facing together. Sew to attach, and then fold the sleeve in half and sew the side seams of the sleeves. Turn the right side out. And these are my lining sleeves. Now I have the bodice and the sleeves. To sew the main sleeves to the main bodice, I take the main sleeve and then align the seams of the sleeve and the seam of the main bodice. Right sides facing together and pin around the armhole. I just make a little adjustment on the gathering of the puff, so it will fit perfectly in the armhole. Do the same on another side of the main pieces and also the linings. This is how they're gonna look. And sew to attach. Now I'm going to sew the bottom of the lining sleeves to the bottom of the main sleeves. I turn the main sleeve and the lining sleeves to the wrong side. So it will look like this. Then align the seams of the main and the lining sleeves, right sides facing together, and pin. After it's done, sew on the wrong side to attach. Repeat the same steps on another side of the sleeves. And this is how the sleeves gonna look when I flip the inside out. Now it's time to make the skirt. I use one full circle skirt plus 1/4 circle skirt. Cut the full circle skirt in half. Then pin all the pieces right sides facing together and sew on the wrong sides to attach and gather the top of the skirt. Now I'm going to add a little detail on the skirt. by cutting two pieces of tulle fabric in rectangle. The length of the tulle fabric will be the same as the length of the skirt, and the width of the tulle will be equal to the size of the waist multiplied by 2. Then gather one side of the tulle and sew only on the top of the black cotton fabric to attach. When it's done, pin the skirt to the main bodice right sides facing together and sew to attach. To make the lining skirt, I cut the fabric to make a full circle skirt but make it shorter than the main skirt, and pin to the lining bodice right sides facing together and sew to attach. And this is how the dress looks so far. And here is the lining skirt. And before installing a zipper, I overlock the seams with a serger, but you can also make a rolled hem on the bottom of the skirt and the lining skirt. Then I insert an invisible zipper, and this is how the dress looks. For the final touch, I'm going to add some accessories to the dress. I added gold metallic braid trim on the front, pieces between black and red fabric from top of the bodice to the bottom of the skirt by just sewing on top of it. To give a little more detail on the neckline, I also sew black lace trim on top of the fabric around the neckline. And I chose black velvet ribbon to tie up the corset. And here are the small details that I added for this dress. And the dress is done. I hope you get some inspiration from this video, and if you like, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. See you in the next video.